Okay, so here we are a little bit further into that suburb, and nobody wants to be on the picture, so more respect for portrait right here. My granny, bunch of Muslims living together in peace. Yeah. So how are we gonna replace the PVV party issues, what they stand for, with something more sane? Oh, here's the drill. I've always said that the mosques in Europe, particularly in the Netherlands, my country. Ik ben blond-blauw. Mijn website is seductewap.com/fbrv. Dat wijst naar facebook.com/René Veerman seductewaps. I've always said that mosques here, A, should not be funded by foreign parties. Period. That points back to the YouTube video, All Wars are Bankers' Wars, and the fact that the fucking bean counters at the private central banks, those families can say, well, that's a very high number, that's a stranglehold. I'm taking a video, please don't interfere. No. Don't follow me. That's your warning. Yeah, hey, people don't like to be photographed. Especially on sensitive political videos, but sue me. Anyways, the mosques will not be funded by foreign parties, like Saudi and those other fuckers that send over, in some very few mosques, an extremist imam. They have to get deported all the time, lots of paperwork. Yeah, we simply accept no funding from foreign countries for our mosques. Then we make a Dutch official version of the Quran, much like I was handed by a lovely Muslim woman from somewhere in the Middle East that I met one day, 2 or 3 years ago. And she said the Yusuf Ali translation of the Quran has no stuff about attack the Jews. So we get the Dutch moderate Muslim community, all of them, to make an official Dutch translation, een Nederlandse vertaling van de Quran. Then we got a Quran, we got the money for a paint job on all those types of buildings, the older style buildings, and we get government oversight. Yes, that means even a white dude in every fucking mosque, sitting in on every fucking lecture. Yeah, for every mosque in my country. Now, you do that, people, there will simply be no hate preaching in any of our mosques. And despite not wanting to be on the camera, seductewaps.com/fbrv wijst naar facebook.com René Veerman seductewaps. En ik accepteer alle vriendschapsrequesten. Kijk, discount shop, a chain store. Oh, they got everything. Not just mouses and computer stuff. Here they got cheap phones. So let's see, we got the mosques issue fixed. Oh yeah, once we have kicked out the foreign funding for our mosques here in Europe, because there'll be plenty of money in the economy, people, not just for those paint jobs, but also for construction of mosques by the state. That'll look pretty, they won't be ugly. Modern architecture, people, we're into beautiful buildings again. It's not the 1960s. Niet de jaren 60 waarin alleen maar lelijke gebouwen werden neergezet. Yeah? So we build a couple of beautiful mosques because the Muslims tend to go to church more often than the white man these days. It's perfectly fine because we got ourselves beautiful old churches built on VOC money that I recognize as a white dude. It was basically, we invade Indonesia and the Asian countries. But the fact is, it was done by generations in the 1600s. I am not my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. I will be judged by my fellow peer citizens only on my own actions, not that of my parents or my grandparents. But I do recognize we had those fancy boats in the Verenigde Oost-Indische Compagnie, Michiel de Ruiter and all those fuckheads, and it was basically theft. Yeah, it was theft, it was slavery, but we ended up with a couple of really beautiful churches. the Gouden Eeuw. Yes, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm also not a big fan of what we did in Indonesia straight after World War II with the politionele acties. And I wasn't the only one. No, there were artists making songs about that. Protest songs. Look, it's just a couple of bean counters. And how many families are the private central bankers? How many individuals? 1,000 individuals worldwide? 2,500 individuals worldwide. And they do what? They have planned what? I will not accept it. So, oh yes, satellite dishes. Well, let's put some fucking filtering in software that they don't get hate preach from the satellites that are run by Saudi up there. That's actually in my Sharp Diamond Wall defense plan for NATO. We'll get to that in a later part of the thread. It's gonna get the most beautiful, famous thread on Facebook. Facebook.com/René Veerman Seductiveapps. Seductiveapps.com/FBRV. Here, this is what Muslims do. Besides bringing in fish from the Mediterranean, where the Volendammers don't get their fish from. Nor the Urkenaren, nor the other white fish companies that run small fish shops all over the country. So that's about it. It's 6 minutes 40, so be it. This video length, 6 minutes 45.